Classic Restos, proudly brought to you by Shannons, where you can be part of the Shannons Club. Penrite Oil, Hare and Forbes Machinery House, Pace Farm, and Duncan Foster Engineering. Hello and welcome to another Classic Restos. On last week's show being located on the west coast of the United States of America and now here on the west coast of Australia. You'll see more right after this. It's thanks to Shannons. Ask about multi-policy discounts and sign up for the Shannons Club. Call 134646 for a quote and see more at shannons.com.au. For oils, coolants, additives and technical assistance, oil right, use Penrite. And Hare and Forbes has the range. Buy online at machineryhouse.com.au. Welcome back. How cool is this? You know, Classic Restos is knocking on the door of a 10-year establishment. I'm also working towards my 500th episode, and today is the first episode filmed in Western Australia. And it's hard to find a better combination. Classic vehicles and workshop stuff. So it's time to bring you this, the brand new store opening of Hare and Forbes Machinery House in Kewdale on the outskirts of Perth. Talk about bring your truck, bring your trailer. Walking into any Hare and Forbes store here in Australia, along with Machinery House in New Zealand, can be an overwhelming experience. Come in after a chuck key and you could walk out with the whole drill press. This all-new store gulps up 6,000 square metres of floor space here in Kewdale on the outskirts of Perth, making home to almost 6,000 product lines. There is over $4.5 million worth of online stock. Believe me when I say Hare and Forbes has the range, because this place is amazing. You can browse and shop online at machineryhouse.com.au. So we admire and take in this incredible new premises, and we add some classic cars to mark the occasion. An open day for Hare and Forbes and some proud Perth locals to help keep employment in the oil refineries as they crank up their classics, quench, burn and blow out some atmosphere as they cruise on out for a great day. So now it's time to get around and meet some wonderful people and some classic vehicles from Western Australia. With me now I have the branch manager, Hare and Forbes Machinery House, brand new store here in Kewdale, Greg Adams. How are you, Greg?
Good, Fletch. How are you?
Good, mate. First of all, congratulations on your new store.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we've done a good job renovating it. Been open for a few months now, but this is our grand opening, so yeah, it's come up well. And it's good to have the cars here today as well. So.
Greg, the place is huge. I mean, there's something about a place like this. You walk in, it's got that impulsive spend feel about it.
Yeah, we've moved from a premise that was about 2,500 square metres up to this is about 6.5 that we're trading out of. So it gives it the wow factor when people walk in. Old customers are pretty impressed.
Now, about the celebrations today, Greg. Now, here was me thinking, look, you know, if we ended up with 25 or 30 cars between Classic Restos and Shannons, look what we've created. I mean, this is enormous. I mean, I'm overwhelmed with the support, the local Perth people, and such a variance of makes and models.
Yeah, definitely. I just had a walk around then. Some really nice vehicles here. So, you know, it'd be nice to do this on an annual basis. Yep. So, yeah, absolutely.
Well, you may have created a monster, Greg, because that's what happens with these car shows. We've got them inside, we've got them outside, we've got bikes, we've got trucks out in the car park as well. Haven't even at this stage got around and seen everything that's here. An overwhelming response to this brand new store in Kewdale. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very impressed, very happy with what's, turn of events and how it's all panned out. So.
The guys have come in early today, barbecue down the side alleyway down there. Mate, you've got the guys on the barbecue. Everything's like clockwork here.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of effort that goes into putting these things together, as everyone knows. But as I said, hopefully we're in for a big day today. Yep. And look forward to it.
Good on you, Greg. Keep up the good work, mate. Well done.
Thanks, Fletch. Cheers.
You're welcome. How good is this? The brand new store opening, Hare and Forbes Machinery House here in Kewdale, and we have Tony. How are you, mate?
Good, Fletch. Yourself? Good to see you here, mate. Welcome to Perth.
Thank you very much. It's only taken nearly 10 years.
Yeah, it was about time we had you guys over here to showcase what we've got here in WA.
The movement is strong, and as I said earlier today, I can't believe the arrangement of cars that's turned up here today.
Oh, awesome display and some absolute classics for sure.
Now, Tony, a car like yours has really taken my eye. Yes, there's some stunning cars here today. There's something about this 1970 Brougham. What can you tell us about this car? Because to me, it's pretty special.
Yeah, it was pretty special to me too. It was my dad's car, and it's been in the family since 1974. And I've just decided to do a final. I've rebuilt it once already. This is my second time. I've done it, what I'd say, properly, nut and bolt. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's come out really nice.
Stunning car. What's the paint colour?
Sea mist metallic green, and obviously black vinyl and black interior with a brocade. Fully optioned car for its day for 1970, so it's pretty luxurious for back in that day.
How good's that interior? I love it. It reminds me of one of those old bedspreads.
Yeah, it does.
So, Tony, in terms of your build time, how long did it take you to do this?
A bit over 4 years, Fletch, but I got on the road probably about 18 months ago.
Engine, stock-wise?
No, look, I built the body and everything back to standard. I put a new motor, transmission and diff in it. I put a Group A 355 in it, so stroker, and turbo 350 and a 9-inch in the RSN. So,
but what a beautiful thing. You've got the nice power up front, the thing's like a big jet driving it down the road. You've got all this opulence of the interior inside. Back to that brocade again. I just love that.
Yeah, no, it is. It's nice.
All right, Tony, well, thank you very much, mate. Thanks for turning up here today. This car, it really is amazing. I mean, talk about a ground-up resto and done correctly. Well done.
Thank you very much, and thanks for coming over, Fletch. Cheers.
Thanks, Tony. You are watching the amazing brand new store opening of Hare and Forbes Machinery House, exclusive to Classic Restos. Back with more right after this. If you have a restoration project, Hare and Forbes has the tools that you need. Look at these restoration products: shrinker stretchers, dollies, mallets, bead rollers, profile gauges, professional panel restoration kits, and so much more. Now I warn you, enter at your own risk because you will end up buying something. So come along to your Cap City store or browse and buy online at machineryhouse.com.au because Hare and Forbes has the range.
I spend a lot of time out here. The RT Charger's the real deal. An E49. Remember A Charger? I've always got projects on the go, so Shannon's laid-up cover helps protect my restorations. I'm Mopar through and through. It's a passion Shannon's understands. I wouldn't insure my cars and bikes with anyone else.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
Penrite, Australian-made, family-owned and operated. Make premium quality engine and racing oils, warranty-approved coolants, automatic transmission and manual gear oils, a complete range of engine and fuel additives, heavy-duty and industrial products for every application. Visit penriteoil.com for more information. Penrite, Australian-made for Australian conditions since 1926.
Moving through as we do in this fine establishment. How are you, Damien?
I'm good, Fletch. Thanks for having me. Welcome to WA.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.
Good to have you here.
Thank you. Now, this is a car, to me, that cries wow factor. And why? Because it's such a basic car in so many ways. 66 Belvedere, but hey, all the power's up front. It's got some beautiful lines. This car, original, like as though it left the dealership on the day. What can you tell us about it?
Well, Fletch, it's a 1966 Plymouth Belvedere 2 with a 361 cubic inch V8, 727 torque flight automatic, 3-speed. With a 323 rear end.
Yep.
Now, this car I acquired as the custodian about 5 years ago from my father-in-law. He bought it brand new in October 65 from Modern Classic Motors in Reno, Nevada. It was the first Plymouth of that model year to be shipped off the truck, he said, into that town. Then he bought it on that day. He used it as a daily driver for about 20 years and then eventually offered it to me. And I said yes, and I shipped it over here and basically just kind of cosmetically touched it up, got it back up to what I thought it would have looked like when it came out of the factory.
Now, Damien, your time having this car, what have you personally done to it?
Well, Fletch, we took it back to bare metal and resprayed it in the Chrysler white colour. Tidied up the interior, but really there wasn't a great deal to do because it was so well cared for.
Damien, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on today's show. Love this car. I love it because of the almost taxi pack interior. We've got our standard bench seats. We've got a fairly sparse dashboard there, but there's just something about it. Although it's plain, it still oozes a bit of quality as well, and I think it's just so synonymous with the brand. Again, getting back to the lines of the car. Beautiful thing, mate. Well done.
Thanks very much, Fletch. Thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome. Thanks, Damien. Good on you.
Bye-bye.
With me now, the Shannons representative for the Perth area. We have Graham Powell. Graham, thanks for coming along, buddy.
Thanks for having us, Fletch.
Now, Graham, as I alluded to earlier, almost 10 years of Classic Restos, the first episode here in Western Australia. Now, you guys, Shannons Insurance, are absolutely amazing. I mean, you've been with me almost for that time of 10 years, but not just Classic Restos. It's the supportive nature as an insurance company. You guys are everywhere and you just do so much for the fraternity.
Yeah, well, that's why we're here, Fletch. You know, we're here for the people. We love the shows ourselves. We love to be out amongst the motoring community. And, mate, what better thing to do on a weekend is go and spend the time with these people. I mean, you've seen walking around today the amount of people that come up and talk to us just because they know us and we're like family to them. Yeah.
Graham, in terms of being active here in the West with Shannons, how many events a year would you go to?
Mate, we're doing around the 100 events a year at the moment in WA, and it's been like that for the last couple of years. There is so much more and more happening in Perth. I mean, this weekend, for example, Fletch, we've got 6 events on this weekend, and you know I love it. I'll be out at the drags till 11 o'clock at night, and I love it. You know, it's just the atmosphere from all the motoring enthusiasts keeps me going.
How many events over time has it evolved to? Like, where did it start here in the West?
Mate, we started off, when I first started with Shannons, we were doing about 25 events a year. It got up to 45 events a year, and in the last few years we've grown it to over 100 events a year.
All right, Graham, well, thanks again, mate, for turning up and helping support the grand opening here, the Hare and Forbes Machinery House store here in Kewdale. It's absolutely immense, isn't it?
Mate, I looked up and I just went, whoa, this is one big warehouse. I mean, I'm going to have to go for a walk around and spend some money later, I reckon.
Yeah. Good on you, Graham. You keep up the good work. And don't forget, in the meantime, 134646 for a quote and to have a chat to guys such as this at Shannons. Thanks, Graham.
Thanks, Fletch. Appreciate it.
All right, time for this lovely lady on today's show. Hello, Kylie.
How are you, Fletch?
Good. Look, before we go any further, I have to thank this lady. I mean, bringing me water all day, pieces of banana bread. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Well, to be honest, you're working really hard today, so you deserve it.
Thank you for helping to keep the sustenance up.
Yeah, well, you need it, really.
Now, Kylie, you've got a very special car, an E55 Charger. Now, anyone that knows their Chargers knows straight away there's not a lot of E55s left. Tell us the deal with your car.
Well, we've actually had it twice. My husband had it in 1984 and sold it in 1986 when we got married to buy our first house. I cried that day, but anyway, we actually got it back. In 1999, my dad was driving down Maddington Road, and he came back and he said, Wayne, I think your car's down in that truck place. Yeah. So Wayne went down there and fair enough, there's his car. So we got it back finally, and it was in very, very bad condition. It was really sad, but we put a lot of hard work into it, and Wayne has mainly. Yeah.
Now, this particular car too, I like the extra attention to detail. You've done a canvas there, a picture from the sales brochure. I think that's pretty nice.
It is, absolutely. We found the original sales brochure, so I had it enlarged and put on canvas because it tells the whole story of the whole car, really, and it was actually advertised as a luxury cruiser. Can you believe it? Can you believe a 340 is a luxury cruiser back in the day? That's what it was.
Well, absolutely. I mean, again, these Chrysler V8s, you start changing camshaft profiles, start giving them 4-barrel carbies, and boy, these things really were built to run. Look, thank you for bringing the car along. Charger 770, they certainly were an iconic car back in their day, and they still are. They're a beautiful car.
It's beautiful. It will never leave us again. Obviously, it's our pride and joy.
Unless you want to buy another house.
No, I don't care. If we have to buy another house, the car will still stay.
Good on you.
Yep, we'll have to sell our house before we lose the car.
Well done. Thank you for coming along today, Kylie.
Thank you very much, Fletch. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
And if you need to get your Americana on in 2017, why not consider a Fletch tour? Have a look at this. There is nothing quite like a Fletch tour. Carlisle or Ford Nationals, GM Nationals and Chrysler Nationals await you.
Coming on the Fletch tour was really great.
The people that run the tour are fantastic.
Experience Route 66 from Chicago to Vegas, or choose the Detroit tour, attending the Woodward Dream Cruise.
If you're going to travel anywhere, you've got to do a Fletch tour.
On a Fletch tour, you're looked after every step of the way.
See FletchTours.com or contact All Things Travel, Lara. Hare and Forbes Machinery House has been family owned and operated for over 85 years, and it's easy to see why. And with a range like this, you cannot go wrong. Planning on welding? Look at these welding tables and clamps, air compressors and different air tools, sandblasting cabinets, through to spray guns. Everyone is welcome at Machinery House, and they're also open Saturday mornings. Their range of machine tools are workshop tested. There are competitive freight rates around Australia, and you can buy online at machineryhouse.com.au. So remember, Hare and Forbes has the range.
Every weekend around Australia, motoring enthusiasts get together to share their passion for cars and bikes. It's a passion that brings us together. All sorts of people, all sorts of cars and bikes. From the classics of today to the classics of tomorrow. At Shannons, we understand enthusiasts. So when it comes to insurance, it's got to be Shannons. Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
In 1926, Australia's Penrite Oil Company was established. Almost 90 years of research, development and refining under the harsh Australian conditions has made Penrite Oil what it is today. Precision, performance, reliability and protection. Championship winning products. Trust Penrite.
It's time now for a delightful 1961 Corvette, and we have Richard. Good afternoon, sir.
Good day, Fletch. Good to be with you.
Now tell us about this unique car, because it is absolutely gorgeous.
Well, in 1968 I got out of the Marine Corps and I purchased this car in Portland, Oregon from the House of Hardtops for $1,750.
$1,750. Did you just hear that? I'm depressed already, Richard.
Yeah, it's been with me a lot of years and a lot of fun, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, tell us the colour, Richard. What is it?
It's called Fawn Beige. It's a factory cover, so it has been repainted, but it's a factory color.
And it's a 4-speed car?
4-speed, 283, 270 horse. Came out of the factory with solid lifters and a high-rise cam.
This car back in 1961, do you know anything about it in terms of its original owner?
Well, I've done some research and I was unable to find the first person. Apparently I'm the third person to own the car. I found the second person, lives in California, and he traded it in for a brand new Firebird. And that probably would have been in about 1967. I bought it in 68.
Yeah. Richard, I love the colour of the car. I love the interior. Have a look at the interior here. It's absolutely stunning. Again, like the day it left the dealership. Paint coated to suit outside. The carpets, everything's in sync. The condition, absolutely amazing. It's a real credit to you to once again have preserved this vehicle the way that you have. Thank you for bringing it here today. It's a stunning car, Richard.
Thank you very much, Fletch. It's a pleasure to be here.
That's okay. Maybe next time when I interview you, you don't have to stand on the bucket because of your height. Either that, or I can bring a milk crate and I can step up.
Good one, Fletch.
Thanks, Richard.
Talk to you later.
As a part of today here, the brand new store opening at Hare and Forbes Machinery House in Kewdale sponsors Shannon's Insurance, Penrite Oil, turned up as well. How are you, Vance?
Good, mate. Good, Fletch, yourself?
Good, mate. Thanks for coming along.
Oh, awesome, mate. Well, great to be here. So.
That's great. Now, you've got the tent set up. You guys do an awesome job. Almost to the way it's going now. Shannon's at events and not too far away usually. Penrite 10 as well. It's great to see.
So just supporting the guys out there, the good cars, the vintage, muscle cars, all that sort of stuff, steel bumpers, the whole lot. So we love supporting the guys and showing them what we've got to offer them. So.
Absolutely. Now, celebrating 90 years of Penrite too.
90 years of Penrite, so absolutely. This year's the 90th. Family-owned Australian company, so going strong. And, we're just letting people know what we're all about.
When you think of world change and we look at imported products, company takeovers, it's nice to still see the tradition of that Australian company, Australian products. It's really meaning something, isn't it?
It is. It's making a big impact out there, and people will be very loyal to us.
In terms of new products, Vance, there's always products on the horizon?
We're always, R&R work and doing lots of stuff to keep up with the new demand of vehicles, but still looking after the older vehicles as well. So
the product catalogue that you got over there, that's amazing. It's
brilliant, mate, absolutely brilliant. So it's got our full range in there. We've also got quite a few online stuff now, apps that helps a lot of people.
Vance, thanks again for coming along, mate, and you can check out more online at penriteoil.com.
Thanks very much, Fletch.
You're right, mate. How you doing, Murray?
Oh, very good, Fletch. It's been a great day here. About 80 to 100 cars. Yeah. Been fabulous. Enjoyed ourselves tremendously.
Just want to make a quick comment. 1973 XA two-door V8 Falcon, totally original. Tell us how original this car is.
Oh, well, the first owner of this car had it for 26 years and very passionate about it. We were fortunate to be able to get the car from the deceased family, friends of my wife, and we've kept it in what Frank would have loved the car to stay like, which was original.
I mean, the colour is, almost gaudy, but it's almost, it's cool for 2016. I mean, it's up there with your plum crazies and all those wild colours back from the early 70s.
Yeah, well, this colour's wild violet and has a metallic flat in it. Yeah. And for its day, that was very, very popular. Yeah. With the greens and the oranges and such forth like that.
Yeah. Well, I love the car for what it is, Murray. We've got a 302 Cleveland. We've got a 2-barrel carb going on there. You've got the skinny tyres. You've got the dog dish hubcaps pushed onto the steel wheels. I mean, that's that plain Jane, so to speak, cop car basic appearance, which in its own entirety looks kind of tough, but it's got an air of innocence as well. I love it.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed.
All right. And on that note, you're here with your wife today, Maureen, yes. And thanks for sticking around because these people have stuck around all day. I think they were here at 3 o'clock this morning and it's nearly 6 o'clock in the night. And Maureen's come over now, and congratulations to the two of you because you've won the award for most original car here today, and I think that's so well deserved. So well done.
Thank you very much indeed.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fletch, and thanks you for coming over here.
You're welcome. Time now for a sensational Ford on today's show, a 1955 Fairlane Sunliner. How you doing, Geoff?
Good, Fletch, good.
That's the way. Thanks for hanging around. It's been a big day.
It has been a great day.
Now, this is a very special car to you. You've, from what I hear, you've had Fords all your life. What can you tell us about this convertible car?
Oh, this one's from the States. It's a 272 automatic with Continental kit.
Geoff, the Continental kit out back, that little chrome overrider part there, is that part of it?
Oh, definitely. It's off an FC Holden.
Caught him out. There you go. It looks nice, mate. You've tricked that up nicely. Okay, now, where does this 55 go back with you? Did you buy it like this? Was it a rough car that you had to restore? What's the deal there?
No, I bought it out of the States 6 years ago. As it is, as you see it, we put the Continental kit on it. Yep. New carpets, a little bit of touch-up, but other than that, it was fully restored in America.
Geoff, 1955, we're looking at an era where the cars were crafted by guys on the drawing board. Sophistication, style, finesse. I mean, they really had their stuff together. The new cars of today, they are safer, they stop better, they handle better, but in terms of the class, that's a long gone era, isn't it?
Well, they don't do what they do now, years ago. Like I was saying, they just manufacture them to sell them. These cars, if they looked like the cars of today, they wouldn't have sold them. It's they're all show and...
These cars that are over half a century old, Geoff, when you drive them all the time like you do, how do they stand up as a car? How do they feel in 2016 to drive?
This particular car, I'd say it drives as good as the other cars on the road, but you've got the brakes, suspension's just as good.
Okay, Geoff, well, thanks very much, mate. You've been our final interview on today's show. Thanks for coming. It's been a big day, as I said earlier, for hanging around as well. He got me in a headlock. He wanted to be on Classic Restos. He did. I had no say in it.
Fletch.
Yeah, I had no say in it. Thanks, Geoff.
No, Fletch, good to meet you. Good show. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, mate. Well, there you go. Just some of the brand new store opening here for Hare and Forbes Machinery House in Kewdale, Western Australia. I'd like to thank the Perth locals for their time, turning up with their incredible cars, and of course the Western hospitality here has been fairly overwhelming. Don't forget as well, you can browse and buy online at machineryhouse.com.au. And as I say at the end of every show, no matter where you're watching Classic Restos from, until next week, please ride and drive safe. I'm Fletch, and I thank you very much for watching. You can like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Classic Restos TV and watch catch-up episodes at shannons.com.au. Classic Restos, proudly brought to you by Shannons, where you can be part of the Shannons Club. Penrite Oil, Hare and Forbes Machinery House, Pace Farm, and Duncan Foster Engineering.